Hey everyone, good afternoon. It is me, Maria Fontana, your favorite intuitive business and empowerment coach. And I'm coming to you live today. We're on day 3 of the 5-day challenge, Break the Habit of Hiding. So in this 5-day challenge, I have been strictly focusing on how to show up on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, any of the platforms, YouTube, because any of these techniques, you can duplicate them and use them on other platforms. How you show up live and the tips and tools that will make you really create a brand that's effective, educating, and want people to become your raving fans, and it'll give you credibility in the online space. Now, once again, this is one of the techniques I personally have used to grow my online brand to 6+ figures. I am a coach and consultant. I specialize in helping coaches, creatives, spiritual entrepreneurs, holistic entrepreneurs, and anyone who has an offline business, bring their business online and to 6+ figures. Now, I want to touch on a subject that's really super important. Make sure you realize that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a get-rich-quick gig. Any kind of business is a massive investment of time. You do need some money, and you do need to have a lot of patience. So it's consistency, consistency, consistency. There's nothing quick about making a lucrative income online, at least in the sector I am training you on. So keep that in mind. And if someone's selling you that fantasy, really evaluate that, because it's just not true. I'm in business 32 years, and I can tell you it's just not true. So today I'm going to cover really simple things, tech and tools, okay? So a lot of my lives I like doing on my desktop with a background, which I have a background that, is two-sided, and that's just me because I like to always have brand awareness. But once in a while, I will change it up and do a video with a whiteboard behind me and do like a lesson. I will do a video when I'm out. I will do a video with a different background, because people may just scroll past that. If they always see the same background, they don't realize, oh, that's a new video. So you want to keep it fresh and yet consistent. Be creative, but make sure, these are the important things with the techie, that you have a good mic. Now my mic, I'm going to post the links underneath just to Amazon. I bought my mic on Amazon. It's a small little black mic. I keep it down here clipped on my shirt. It records. You plug it into your laptop, you plug it into your desktop. It helps your voice come out better, because if the audio sucks, your video's pretty lousy and you're going to lose people. Number 2 is I suggest good lighting. Now, I changed the lighting today just to show you guys the difference. What I have is, I'm going to show you right here. It's a portable light. You see what this looks like? Again, I bought this little baby on Amazon, and I can change it, and it also allows me to change the coloring. So you can see, look, I can look really tan. I can look a little cooler. It changes the look that I have while I'm doing the live. You see how that works? So I usually just leave it on a really soft lighting. And of course, I do have natural light coming in. Those 2 things are really important. Again, I think I spent 18 bucks on the lamp. It's a little circle light that you just order on Amazon. Same thing with the microphone. You don't have to get fancy to have good quality videos. So again, my preference is doing them on a laptop, because I like everything to be stable. I don't like things moving around. Now, some people love having a tripod where you can put your phone in. That's great. I've learned over the years, I learned this from my kids, because initially I didn't know that if you're recording on your phone, you should always be recording horizontally, because when you record like this, these are great for like quick little video clips, but they don't look as professional or as good when you put them on. There's always the black edges. So really recording horizontally, and you always want to keep, if it's an iPhone, you want to keep that little circle to the left, and make sure that this thingamajiggy, this lock with the circle here, I don't know if you guys could see that, is unlocked. So it's the landscape, when you turn it around to record, that you can do that. Now, This is for maybe my more mature crowd, because I can tell you, I didn't know these things. I had to learn them. So hopefully these are helpful tips for you. Another thing that I always find is super important, I really believe it's so important to connect with the audience, guys. I feel like you should be looking at them in their eyes. You should be focusing on really talking to one person that you are teaching your magic to. One person that you're giving your message to. Now, again, remember, you're doing Facebook Lives. If you're watching me, you're obviously doing Facebook Lives because you want to learn how to show up online, grow an audience of raving fans, and grow a presence. Because until you grow an organic audience, unless you have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, it's really hard to market with Facebook ads to a cold audience, okay? It takes a lot more money and a lot more strategy. So if you're just starting out and you're just growing, you're just coming to the online space, coming on Facebook consistently and teaching people about what you do, sharing your knowledge in a positive light, and educating them about your gifts, talents, skills, and experience is the way that you're going to build the know, like, and trust factor. And I can assure you, I can tell you this, and I know I have plenty of my clients that will testify to this and will give you a testimonial if you message them, that they met me on a Facebook Live. I just happened to fall into their news feed. Somehow they wound up liking something I said. I may have reached out to them and invited them to a call. Hi guys, I see you all. Give me some hearts. Give me some, what's up, whatever. I see you all online. And these simple strategies have worked for me, and they work for my clients. Now listen, I'm not telling you Facebook ads are bad. They're absolutely not bad, but it is a system. And like I said, unless you have a ton of cash to invest in someone that's going to know what they're doing with your ads, it is a process you have to move up to, guys. And there's nothing better, thanks to the hearts, guys, there's nothing better than growing your brand based on your knowledge, based on who you are, based on the magic that you bring to other people in your niche of who you're helping people with. I can't tell you enough how many of my clients, one client in particular, Joy owns an herbalistic academy. I think it was in Utah or Montana. It was out west somewhere. She was so hesitant to bring her brand online and start doing lives, but do you know what happened? It transformed her business when she started doing it, because it broadened the amount of people she could go global with a service to her beautiful herbalistic academy for herbalism. That's a specific niche thing that people needed. But until she started talking about it and then demonstrating how she makes all these tinctures, how she makes natural raw honey, how she makes natural antibiotics, it changed her business. It transformed everything for her. Now, I'm not telling you Facebook Lives are the end-all be-all. No, I'm telling you video is the way to go in 2019. So if you're either doing, I suggest, once again, I've said this again, if you're doing a live on Facebook, I highly recommend, this is what works for me, download it and then upload it to LinkedIn. Download it and upload it to YouTube. You should have your eggs in more than one basket, guys, because we just don't know what's going to happen. And it would really be a shame to me. Like, I have an amazing arsenal library, and all of my videos I have saved because I repurpose them for training purposes. Now, what a waste if you just leave your videos on Facebook and Facebook goes kaput. You never see them again. So think about really protecting your intellectual property and keeping a copy for yourself, either in an iCloud or in a Drive or a Dropbox, whatever, somewhere. But keep them in multiple places, because they're tons of valuable content that you're giving out to the world. So these are top things that I always do. Now, again, in each video, which a lot of people know and a lot of people don't know, it's really important to tell people the headline. What are they, what's attracting them? It's usually a question that says the answer is yes. I found this to be the most powerful. The first thing is usually a question, and the answer has to be yes, or people will just keep scrolling past your video. If you get a yes, though, it could be negative or it could be positive. It doesn't matter. The second part in your description should tell the people briefly, what are you going to do? Like, what's going to happen in this video? What are you giving me? Well, explain it. And then at the end, give them something to do. Tell them where you need them to go. Because if people don't know where to go, they watched your video, That was great, brand awareness, but then where do they go? So let's be clear. I am not a marketing expert by any means. What I'm sharing is tons of stuff I learned from one of my mentors that I had invested in, one of my few mentors because I have more than one. And I am sharing now with my clients tips and tools that I've created out of all the things I've learned and how I've perfected it for my business and how it works for me and my clients. So day 3 is all about tech, guys. Another trick is a lot of people I see, they're talking down to the computer, like they're talking down and you're not getting eye contact. The computer or the laptop has to always be above you. You should be looking up to the camera. That way you have great eye contact the way I have with you. Don't you feel really connected to me right now? Like I could reach out and grab you. I could reach out and touch you, right? That's powerful. That's so powerful. Because if people can't connect with you, they're not going to keep watching you. I don't care. Right? It's so true. So make sure that it's a little higher than you. Make sure you're connecting directly with your clients. And it takes time to learn this. Don't beat yourself up. Because if you beat yourself up, you're not going to be productive at learning and growing. If I look back at some of my first Facebook Lives, they were bad. You know, I had the phone like this. Everything was shaking. I was talking about bullshit. I never put a headline or a promise or a call to action. I wasn't sending people anywhere. I was just rambling. But as I learned, I realized that there's a strategy to what you're doing. And especially, I see Barb, yes, especially in the headline. So I learned this from another one of my mentors, and she's a friend of mine from Australia. She's amazing. She does high-end marketing for big, big corporations. And she had said to me, your headline has to be a yes answer. It could be negative yes or positive yes, but if you don't catch them in that first headline, they're really going to keep going. And that's the same tactic as changing your background. So I am a little guilty of keeping the same background because I like things to be very methodical and organized. But I can assure you, starting in the next few days, I am going to take both of my mentors' advice and I'm going to switch out my background. So I may be doing my lives, I don't know, maybe from the park, maybe from my dining room, maybe from, I'll be doing some, lessons. So again, the best teachers will never ask you to do something that they won't do themselves. You have to remember that. So today's tips are totally techie. Again, get a good mic, get a good lamp. And, again, it's $20 I think I spent on both things. I didn't spend anything. I love doing my lives on my MacBook Pro. That's my favorite. I use my Mac desktop. That's where I'm at right now. Listen, it has to be, the importance is of getting your message across, of really giving value, of teaching people something that they don't know. And don't forget, guys, if you are not valuing what you teach, you can't show up online and expect anyone else to value what you're teaching. Don't be hard on yourself. If you don't love yourself and approve of yourself, you're not going to be able to show up with good energy live on Facebook, on YouTube, anywhere. And if you're just afraid of the camera and afraid of being judged, I want you to remember, you're judging yourself. So stop judging yourself. Let go of all that bullshit. Start having a plan. Try doing lives once a week, but have a protocol. Think about what you're going to talk about. Think about what the one win or 2 or 3 tips, things that you're going to share with someone to really change their lives. I can tell you a quick story. One of my clients, he was a canine dog trainer. Now, the funny part is I usually don't work with many men, but I do have some men that do work with me. So this guy was really neat. And I said to him, you know what? I've got a crazy dog. I got a problem with one of my dogs. She's not friendly with other dogs. Well, he said to me, watch some of my lives. So I started coaching him. And then in his lives, the stuff he was sharing in his lives were actually golden nuggets that helped me with my dog before I even met him. Then when we started working together, he was hesitant, but I said to him, look how powerful your lives are. So he doesn't do them that often, but he has a big business and he wanted to do Facebook ads. Point in being, if he doesn't have an audience to shift those ads to create a custom audience, he would need to spend thousands of dollars, a lot of money, and a lot of people might argue with me and say it's not true, but this is what I found, and this is my personal experience. And unless you're in a place where you can dump $1,000 a month in Facebook ads, it's like throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. If you have a custom audience of people that you know are engaging with your videos and they're interested in what you're doing, that's called creating custom audiences, and that's Facebook ads. That's not my specialty, but I can forward you to someone who that is their specialty. If you're at a place in your business when you're ready, that would be phase 2. Then you could do that. So guys, really important, have a clear message, speak to people with love, look in their eyes, talk to them like you really give a shit. If you really don't give a shit, then you really shouldn't be doing these lives, and you maybe shouldn't even be in business. If you think it's going to be a get-rich-quick scheme and you think it's a quick get-rich-quick gig to be on Facebook or on video, that's a fallacy and it's not true. Any business takes time, investment, and money. And as you see, I'm consistent. My clients are consistent. People who get results consistently show up. And give value, give with your heart, and help and share what people know. And don't do shaky videos that are going to make people vomit, because it's a turnoff. And talk about things that are relevant and tell people where to go with a call to action. Check your inboxes. If you registered for this, on day 5, I'm going to send you the whole download of all the 5 days with all the cheat sheets attached. If you registered already, I'm sure you got those in your inbox up to day 2 yesterday. And I look forward to speaking with you personally, answering questions. If you have questions, just inbox me in Messenger. It's easier for me to get back to you, or just book a complimentary call. My calendar is really full, so if you can't find anything on there, just message me in Messenger, and I'll do the best I can to fit you in the next few months, because I am really getting packed to the gills, which is a good thing, but I don't want anyone left out. So I'm sending you all massive love and light, guys. I want you to follow through and focus on what you're doing and give your lives love and attention and value when you do them. Don't just do them random without a purpose, without a call to action, and without educating anyone. I mean, unless you're at your kid's soccer game and you're just doing a live front, but I'm talking strictly about growing your business organically through social media on all platforms, because what I'm talking about on Facebook works everywhere. And I can tell you that because I've done it and I've tried it and it does work. So sending you all massive love and light. Looking forward to tomorrow. I was an hour late today because I had some tech issues, but hopefully no one cares. And I will see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have an awesome day, guys. Love you all.